Ohio State versus Purdue on AJ Let's Talk Sports. What you need to do is subscribe for all my latest content. Check it out. Don't miss a second of Ohio State football. And we do it every football week. Let's get it on. We only have a couple games left. It's already almost mid-November. Can you believe that? It's freaking crazy. But we are taking on the Purdue Boilermakers. Ohio State undefeated, number one in the world. 8-0, 5-0, undefeated in the Big Ten. They will be going to Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana, November 8th, and that kickoff is at 1 o'clock at the Big Ten Network. Ohio State enters a 12-game winning streak dating back to last season and is highly favored in this road contest. So Purdue has lost 7 straight games after early wins over Ball State and Southern Illinois, extending a 15-game Big Ten losing streak. This is one of the classic mismatches of the year, with Ohio State boasting a top defense in the country and a high-powered offense led by who else? Heisman frontrunner, redshirt freshman, quarterback Julian Sayin. Let's take a look at some stats, shall we? Because I'm all about that. I want to post this on the screen here, but the spread is actually at 30.5 as of right now on ESPN. Its total over-under is 48.5. We'll get to that here in a second. But let's take a look at some season leaders. Let's take a look at Purdue. 1,822 yards for Brown. He's got 9 touchdowns and 7 INTs. Not good with a TD-INT ratio. But Kobe, he's out, by the way. He's out for the season. He had 521 rushing yards so far with 4 touchdowns, but he gone. He hurt. But taking a look at the receiver, Jackson the third. He's got 50 receptions, only 1 touchdown. Donnelly has got 5 sacks. And then Rael, the D-back, is 81 tackles. Now we're going to take a look at the Buckeyes. 2,188 passing yards so far by Julian Sayin, 23 touchdowns and only 3 INTs. And he's got the number 1 passer rating completion percentage in the lands. Best damn band in the land and the best damn quarterback in the land. Get you some. And he's only going to get better. Bo Jackson leads the Buckeyes in rushing at 538 yards, 81 carries, and 2 touchdowns. Checking out the Jeremiah Smith at 725 yards, closing in on a 1,000-yard season, 55 receptions, and 9 touchdowns. Caden Curry, the defensive end, he leads the Buckeyes with sacks so far this season with 7. And then Arvell Reese, one of the best linebackers in the country, with 54 tackles, leading the Buckeyes. You can get tickets as low as $30. They're at Ross. Is it Ade? I'm just going to say Ade. Ross-Ade Stadium. I don't know. But here we go. I am so ready. There's some more stats here. But the points per game, if you want to know all that, there's 36.6. Buckeyes are 20th so far. They only allowed 6.9 on defense, and that's first in college football. And also total yards allowed with only 214.8. That's number 1 in the college football as well, in FBS. And Ohio State is 7-1 against the spread. Look for them to go 8-1. So let's look at some key players here. Julian Sayin, we already talked about him. Jeremiah Smith, we talked about him. Let's take a look at Carnell Tate. 39 receptions, 711 yards, and 7 touchdowns. He's just behind with less catches, mind you. With only 39, he's only like 10 yards away from Jeremiah Smith with the most yards on the team. But Bo Jackson at 538, Max Clare, he is a former Purdue player, transfer, and he had 21 receptions. So there's some key injuries here with Luke Montgomery, Tega Chishobola, and Josh Padilla are dealing with issues from Penn State's game. 2 are expected back, though. No major starters out. But for Purdue, Ryan Brown, he's got 9 passing touchdowns and 7 INTs, and backup Malachi Singleton provide mobility but inconsistency. Wide receivers Max Clare, he's actually went to Ohio State. And then Devin McCoby, the running back, is out for the season with an ankle injury. So let's take a look at historical facts here. Ohio State dominates a series at 43-15-2 all time, winning the last 3 matchups, including a blowout 45-0 back in 2024. Purdue has upset Ohio State 5 times this century in West Lafayette, but most notably a 49-20 over number 2 Ohio State back in 2018. That wasn't that long ago, but recent games have been lopsided Buckeye wins. So taking a look at betting odds and trends, I'm not going to bet on this game, but go ahead, have fun doing that. Like I said, they're favored by 30.5 so far. The money line's at a minus 9,000 to 20,000, which is crazy. And the over/under is 48 to 48.5. But Purdue games hit under in 9 of the last 13, so that's a key factor there if you want to take note of that. But trends, like I said, Ohio State's 7-1 against the spread. Purdue is 4-5. Taking a look at the weather, which we don't talk about that much. Now that it's getting ready to get mid-November, it should be snowing Sunday, by the way. But 54 to 59 degrees in West Lafayette, with just a 7 to 8 mile an hour wind coming from the west and a 12 to 23 mile an hour percentage of rain there. Minimal expected, though. So it could be favorable for passing. Taking a look at the analytics. Ohio State's defense is number 1. We already know that. McCoby's gone, saying with an 80.7% accuracy, which we talked about. Smith and Tate could exploit the horrible Purdue secondary. And the Buckeyes' run game may explode and blow out this Purdue Boilermaker defense. Purdue competes under hard Coach Barry Odom, but he lacks firepower. They're hung in recent games with a close loss to Michigan, but face the best defense in the land that they've ever seen so far this season. So predictions. I might go ahead and do this one. 45-10. Buckeyes cover with a 29.5, but the under at 48.5. But with that, 45, that's actually 55. So I'm going to go ahead and go 45-10. That sounds right. I like that. So that covers the 30, and then that's going to cover the over as well. So this keeps Ohio State's playoff path clear, with UCLA, Rutgers, and Michigan coming up next. UCLA has been proving themselves, though. I think they've beaten some good, formidable foes. But Rutgers should be pretty easy, and then going to Ann Arbor up in the team up north. So who knows what's going to happen with that. But Coach Day, you need to calm down, Coach Day. Was it December 25th, something like that? At noon. You need to settle down. He gets too hyped and crazy with this Michigan game. We need to get him settled down, focused, and prepared and ready to dominate. That's what we need to do. But I see them destroying Purdue. I don't even think Purdue might not even score 10 points. They probably won't even get a first down to the second half. But that's my take. And there it is. Love you guys. God bless. Tip the waitress.